Okay, I think I missed that call. I'll call him back real quick and see what that was about. Bear with me, I'm taking a call. Hey, I'm doing good. What's up? I assumed I was getting dead mode. Yeah. Oh yeah, we'll figure that out. Sorry about that. Okay, keep me posted. All right, no problem. Bye bye. Oh dear, I have left money behind. Oh well.
Okay. Genuine question.
Genuine question.
I should say this in front of here. Genuine question.
How genuine are we talking?
Pretty actually genuine.
God damn, okay.
I like the preamble show stuff. So, as soon as I got the mic set, I hit record. I looked up and you were talking on your phone. How important was that conversation?
That was just a DogSing client telling me that there was cash inside the house I was just at a little bit ago and I didn't grab it. So not important at all.
Okay. All right. I just really needed to know if that could go.
I had a feeling that happened. I was like, oh, this might be important. I'll just take it real quick. And
Yeah.
the dog is okay, so that's fine.
That is fine. Yeah, how are you?
I'm doing all right. It's been like, I don't think we've uploaded in a month.
Uploaded for sure. Oh, this definitely. Other
Yeah.
things have gone up. Actually, other things I worked pretty hard on. I'm pretty happy. I'm getting significantly better as just like an editor and like planning and plotting shows that I think are entertaining. I'm getting a lot better at that, which is a really exciting prospect for me.
Yeah, I've noticed there's been a lot more uploads. So I'm wondering, do you have a plan?
Yes, several. Too many.
Interesting. Any plans you're willing to share live?
Sure. I just remembered the short story. I was supposed to have that done. It is mostly done.
Okay.
It's storyboarded. It's storyboarded. I'm confident I can finish it given some time. The Expedition 33 stuff I have some really cool plans for.
Interesting.
Yes, I might. I don't know how much of it I'm actually going to be able to execute, but effectively, I think we have a cool way to sort of frame it in the studio that I think would be fun, and I'm getting more adventurous, which is what I think we need to do is get more adventurous.
I would love for us to get more adventurous.
I would love for us to get more
We're gonna
adventurous,
have an
too.
episode where we're not just sitting at the.
One of these days, I promise you we will. Early next year, I'm going to make it happen, I promise.
I think we just need to start planning earlier in advance. We
Yeah.
keep on, like texting at the last minute and being like, we had a whole thing about getting each other's phone numbers last time.
It was a big moment for us.
It was a big moment.
Yeah.
We have not been using that to its full potential.
I've been trying.
I've also been trying, but not very well.
Yeah.
A lot of things keep happening.
Yeah. No, so that I have I'm pushing the book out. I have some poetry that's from forever ago that I think is fine that I've recorded,
okay.
and I'm gonna release kind of piecemeal just so that there's like stuff in the weeks where I'm like working on something big. For Make Our Own Fun or whatever I ended up calling it. I have like 3 pretty dramatically I have 2 that are like one that is smaller and I'm very confident I can do. I want to give it a little bit of spice. I have a fun idea for a bit that would require me basically the basic plan is that and I don't mind saying it here because like no one's gonna care but the basic plan is I have a bit in mind specifically that I like need to do more planning for where like it's a game that you specifically want to play with like 5 or more people. And so the plan I have is to be like, because I made a promise in an earlier one where it's just like, anything that is required to play the game would be free. Like these are games that I don't own. Northbound is going to be making things eventually, but like this is something I do for the love of the game, and I just like I just literally the love of the game, and I advance it. I want to do. I don't own this. Everything required to play it should just be utterly free. I firmly believe that. That's a line I'm not willing to cross. And then it occurred to me that like, as I was prepping for this video, I was like, well, what if you don't have friends? Like, what if that's something you don't have? So I came up with a series of bits of how to get more friends. and for one of them, it's a card game where you can clone cards. So I asked a friend a contrived way to, within the rules of the game, there's a very specific card where like it's meant to be a joke where you like balance a portion of the deck on your head and you are a card in the deck. And then there's another thing where you can play the top card of your deck. So I made it so like the bit is that you like discard you put 7 cards on top of your head, you discard those, then you play yourself from the deck and then clone yourself, and now you have friends to play with. But I need to I need to plan the studio space such that I can like walk onto set multiple times and like splice all that footage together so that there's 5 of
multiple
me.
Users.
Yeah, I want 5 me's like in one place just for a bit, and I need to figure out how to execute that well.
I mean, you have to like...
Honestly, another one is I kind of would like to just like, if you need friends, go to your store and buy your local Will and then just have you walk onto camera. Like, that's what I did when I wanted to start a podcast.
It's putting me on... I'm cheaper than I'd like to be.
Yeah, you can get your Will at any local supermarket. Like, yeah, just like something like that. I have another one where it's just like, this one's a team game, and then it's like 5, like me's walk off stage, and I go, normally we do shirts and skin, but that's just too ugly to put on camera. Just like I'm coming up with like a series of bits for like how to have multiple me's on the thing, and that is taking me more time than I thought it would. But it's really funny, and I believe I could execute it.
The possible execute is going to take a lot of pre-planning, especially with the card game portion.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I bought a Will.
Yeah, that's a lot easier. But like the first one,
if I go on sale, like they give you money to take me.
Yeah. No. So I'm becoming more capable of creating better things. And utilizing this medium in a more powerful way, which means, the contract I have with myself is that like we currently do not have an audience. This channel, put plainly, it doesn't have one. But I want to. Yeah. And the contract I have with myself is that I refuse to make anything that I would not want that audience. I want to make stuff that is worthy of these people, and they aren't here yet. But I'm going to talk to them as if they are, and then if ever somebody finds,
I think it's worth treating this like it's a hugely successful thing.
Yeah, and so if I am getting better at making things, I need to make better things. And like I didn't go to film school. This is all brand new stuff for me that I am having to learn how to do in real time. And also I'm getting like busier with work. I'm like our varsity team is actually pretty successul.
Really?
We are currently in the top 8 of playoffs. And we have a chance to take the whole thing. I don't know. The team is insanely good, and like our training is insanely good. Our preparation has been incredible. There are like the best team in the league has not dropped a single game, but I really strongly believe that like if we are smart in our maneuvering and like our prep, like we have this window of time.
There is an outcome in which you can take it.
Oh yes, but at the same time, we are at a point where like we're in the top 8 of like we are playing above the state level. This is regional. Yeah. So it's like we could lose at any time. Like it is equally as possible that like we are beaten, and so I have no concept of how much work I actually I have no concept of how busy I am for the next few weeks because of that, which is making
Fair
it
enough.
harder to spend time on these other things. And there's like the holidays coming up, which I have
Oh, boy.
alternative plans for. But yeah, I have a lot of plans for like the channel, and I legitimately believe that I'm making like the things that I have begun and am committed to are actually like really good. It's like content I would actively watch.
No, well, what I'm loving is like every time we talk about this, like you reveal like another form of content. Like it's going like short films, books, games, poetry. Like that's I love the sheer amount of directions this is going.
I might argue I don't see that as a strength. Because if I'm watching a channel, it's probably for like a specific thing, like a specific niche. And this channel does not do that, and it can't. I as a human being can't. I would need 50 different channels, and I post on each of them once every 2 months. I just have too many interests and too many things I want to do. I have written a script for a video essay. I've actually written a script for 5 of them, and like I actually really want to make one. I really like it's something I really want to do. I love video essays. I love that sort of thing. And I think I have something worth saying that I think would just be incredibly cool. Just like ideas that I haven't really seen other people have or talk about that I think are awesome and I want to explore. But
why corner one market when you can corner all of them?
Yeah, but so I just think if you're a viewer of this channel, you're putting up with a lot.
I don't think of it that way. I think of it like there's something for everyone, and maybe like viewers of the channel wouldn't watch every bit of content, but I mean, I think you have a
there's
chance
something
of, like,
for you, maybe.
yeah.
That are just like, hey, like at the end of the day, I think what this channel is kind of. I'm sorry, I haven't really eaten anything today, so I grabbed like 3 things before I got in here, but now I'm realizing I'm on camera, so I just have this half a brownie. So like,
Dude, eat the brownie.
No, not on camera. I'll back off camera.
Back off the camera and eat the brownie.
When you start talking for a while, I'll sneak off camera very visibly and eat a brownie.
Okay, fine. Hi, welcome to MaybeFriends.
Oh, we didn't do that.
Yeah.
We're maybe friends. Hi.
We're maybe friends.
I'm Hunter, that's Will, and we're maybe friends.
Yeah, and now I'm going to talk a while Hunter eats a brownie. So we haven't posted this series in a month because we both get busy and we're bad at communication. But that's okay. It just means we have more to talk about and a lot of interesting directions that this channel can go into. I know you think it's not a strength to... I know that now, that you think it's not a strength to have a ton of different things going on this channel. I think it's interesting. I think it opens up a lot of different directions and a lot of people things people can get interested in. And
yeah, I guess if anyone who sticks would have to be kind of curious, which I love. Like my plan for this channel is like, what do I want? I want to make all of the friends. That's what I want in life.
MaybeFriends becomes the biggest podcast in the world.
Yeah. I want like all of the friends. I think people are so fascinating and interesting, and I think a lot of them are really cool, and they know so many things I don't, and I want to learn.
And you love knowledge.
Everything. Yeah, I want to learn everything. I want to try everything. I want to do everything. So if I talk to people who's like, yeah, I do X thing, like like I'm a skydiving instructor or something. I'm like, you're the coolest person on earth. I need to know everything about you. And I want to like, I want to have a community because I feel like talking is one of the few things I'm good at. But like, this is a way that I could see like me achieving my ambitions in life. But I would love to have like a community of like these really curious, like thoughtful people that can like talk amongst themselves and learn something that I can learn from and that I can just make happy.
Yeah, like there's a web of knowledge that you can use for everyone's benefit.
Yeah, I just want to make people happy and I want to tell good stories. I have these things. Yeah, this makes sense as a vehicle to achieve that.
Yeah. And since I'm a chaotic little demon, now I want to find out what you won't be willing to try. Would you like to join a ship of Somali pirates?
That's tempting. There's things about that interest me. I'm not an idiot. I don't.
But
So the th- I don't want to die, but I want to live. Living's cool,
yeah.
but if that happened to me and I made it out, I would spend a lot of time examining what is new about the world. Like I love traveling. I love going to other cultures. I love seeing things through the lens of other cultures
Right.
because it makes the world bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And so like getting like
Getting the
being
experience.
being a prisoner on a ship of Somali pirates doesn't sound great.
No, I was gonna say you'd be one of the Somali pirates.
I don't want to hurt anybody. Like I don't. Yeah, I don't want to hurt anyone. But like, that is a culture I would love to see be a part of experience. But obviously, I don't want to die and I don't want to hurt anybody. Like the line I draw is that like I don't want to hurt anyone. My like mantra is that I don't want to leave anyone worse than I found them in life ever.
That's a good mantra.
Yeah, I've done that in what I think, with the help of therapy, are some very small ways. Bad breakups, as an example, just like where you're like, we will never like forgive each other for any of the things either of us ever did. Stuff like that. Friends I've lost for silly reasons. They're like, and I am just there was like a particular event where like a lot of people I miss so much. Like I miss these people. I want to like I love them. I remember their smiles, their laughs, their interests, how much energy they could pour into the things they love, and how incredible that was, and how much like I wish I could walk with them on their life's journey. And I know that because of the way certain things happened, because of the person I was at the time, like that's not an option. It just isn't.
Right.
Like it is probably better for them to villainize me whether I deserve it or not, so that they can like live their lives better, because I know that that's like something I've had to do. Like I think it's an incredibly natural part of the human condition to like, if something doesn't work out, if you get turned down for a job, if you get turned down for a job, if you get like dumped or rejected, like the natural human instinct is to just be like, man, I'm way better than that person. They don't deserve me. I deserve better than them. Like because you don't want to like feel bad about yourself. And so like I see positions in life where like I'm that person where like it is better for them to just write me off. And so as much as I would love to reach out, I have to some of them, and I've had that conversation where it's just like, hey man, I'm so incredibly sorry and I want nothing more than the best in life for you. And I have gotten back, honestly, like the kindest answer I possibly could have, which is like, I really appreciate that. Like I said, like, I don't expect you to like ever forgive me or like however it worked out. Like I get how awful, like obviously no one got really hurt, but like emotionally things are pretty bad. When you lose friends, it's messy.
Yeah.
And so like I don't expect you to ever forgive me. I just want what's best in life for you and whatever that means for you. And they were just like, I really appreciate you saying that. I don't know that I ever will. Maybe I won't. But it does matter, and I wish the best for you too. And I just think that's the most human you can be with another person. But like having gone through that,
it's the best case scenario in most situations.
Yeah, and having gone through that on like a like half of the people that were my friends at that time. Like it was such a clear dividing line of like these two friend groups had mixed for a certain reason, and then when that reason went necrotic, like it was like people, it was, you know, people had to pick a side, and everyone had to gather around who they thought was hurt most. And like miss the people on the other side of that, but I don't like that happened that way. And so like after that happened, I just kind of like have made the decision to myself that, you know what, enough. Like that's not happening again. I'm not going to, like, I understand that there's like kinds of relationships where you can't prevent it all of the way, but like I don't want to, you know, that's not to say that I don't want to like connect with people on like a deep enough level where that kind of harm could happen, but that I want to be as graceful as I can be in letting people go or do anything. I just don't want to hurt anybody. I don't want to be the villain in anybody's life ever.
Yeah.
And so for that reason, to wrap it all back, I would have a hard time being a Somali pirate. For that reason, being a Somali pirate would be
forgot
hard.
about the Somali pirate question.
It was I have a nuanced answer, okay?
God, I was really getting invested in like the deepness of that whole thing, and then I forgot that. Oh yeah, the Somali pirates I mentioned.
Yeah.
It's you talked about like the natural human reaction of how I don't need this, I'm better than this. You know, screw that.
It's just how you protect yourself. Like you have to. It doesn't matter if they deserve it. You have to. Like,
and it's funny. It's funny because
you can try to be better than that. I try to be like, I want to be so clear. Like I think I have a much better relationship with rejection now. Or like if I get rejected, there was a person we were kind of interested in each other. We were talking.
Yeah.
And then they, like, I won't say anything identifying about them, obviously, but like they were incredibly cool. They were a union organizer. I was like, that's awesome. I want to talk more to this person.
Their name, address, and social security number.
No, but I will mention that job required them to move to an entirely separate side of the country for like
that would do it.
Yeah, and it was like, well, like literally within the first like 2 weeks of us like starting to be like, oh, this person's cool. And like we were like, yeah, well, we'll try and chat, or like maybe the nature of the relationship will change, like something like that. And it got to the point where I was like, all right, I think I'm pretty interested in you, but I don't think that that's like the same in the other direction, and that's completely okay. But I don't think the relationship I want is the relationship you want, and that's awesome. That's fine. Live the best life you possibly can.
Yeah.
So I think I hope to be proud. I don't have enough data, but I really hope to be proud about my relationship with rejection and dismissal, and like if I do something wrong, like accepting responsibility for that, because there's a lot of people in my own life I wish could do that more gracefully.
I would say I don't have anywhere near as good a relationship with rejection, because that whole concept of the natural response to protect yourself, I feel like I've had a very opposite relationship with.
Oh.
In a sense that for most of my life, I didn't do that. And I've been blaming myself for everything and ruining my own self-esteem. And recently I've been trying to treat myself more like I deserve better than some of those things and not blame myself for everything. And I'm still taking responsibility for the things I admit were my fault. But like, I mean, when I left college in 2023, I burned bridges with most of my friends, and some of those were my mistakes, sure, but they definitely didn't handle them very well.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be afraid to admit they made their mistakes too.
Yeah.
It's like maybe. So I'm at the risk of giving myself too much of an ego. To protect myself from tearing myself down too much, like I've been doing so much of my life before 2 years ago has been based around bending over backwards to not upset people. Because my biggest
Okay,
fear to
yeah.
upset people to a personally, not to my personal detriment. And it is, and recently I've had to try and force myself to be more okay with that. And I'm not blaming myself for everything.
How has that? Two things I want to say. First is that like I can absolutely commiserate. A thing I still do too much is I have had a very similar relationship where like I really I'm happier and happier that I'm finding it within me to just like be more forgiving of other people. That does not go for me.
Yeah.
I feel like I am the harshest person on me I know because I feel like other people should be harsher. Like, so I agree with like I know where you're coming from.
Yeah,
Like
I've
I absolutely know
an easier time
self-loathing is
forgiving
the
other
name.
people.
Yeah, self-loathing is like the name of the game. I get it. So I want to just say that like I know what that's like, and I'm sorry you're going through it.
Yeah.
And two, I want to say that like I have this archive where I've been getting to know you, and I think you're a pretty cool guy. Like it's not an accident that this show continues to get made. I really do. I think you're cool. I love your perspective on things. I love getting to like hear. I love that like you're a nerd about things in a way that you're like shy about it in the way that you have to be loud about it so that you don't actively internalize your shyness. And it's like you're just like I have to put this on the table like, so that you can make fun of me if you want to, but I like it though. And I think that's adorable. And I just you are a really cool person to hang around. I think you're awesome, and I disagree with I don't see a reason for you to loathe yourself in however you feel. I just want to say that because it's important to say.
You know, a lot has changed in the past few years for me. Like
That's great.
especially in the sense that since leaving college and burning bridges with most of my admittedly toxic friends, I finally learned some level of self-respect, which I think I've talked about before. And like I think I've been growing as a person, and I do not think I've made as many catastrophic mistakes as I've made in the past in regards to friendships. So I think you've seen the best of me, but
that you know what? That is one of the good things about just like being an adult.
Yeah.
I hate that I am. I hate that I'm an adult. I feel like I need more runway.
mentally I still feel 22 or 23.
Yeah,
So
no, for sure. I feel like I need more runway to build up what I need before I go into the world. But I'm here. Like, but I agree that like it is great to feel like I have maybe solidified. Like I am a version of me I would actually like people to meet. So like that's cool. This is the great time to meet people who might be your friend.
Yeah.
Like, no, but I'm legitimately glad to do this with you. This is awesome.
This has been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'm like I think once we get out of the studio and we start doing more wacky things like Expedition 33 and the fabled Taylor Park episode where we just sit in the Taylor Park and see if anyone interacts with us.
And it's winter now, so
we gotta
that's
wait a
not
few
happening. Early January. I don't know if it's gonna be early, like mid January, mid to late January. I promise you. I swear a blood oath that like.
Cut your palm right now, and I'll cut mine, and then we'll.
We probably shouldn't do that on camera.
Yeah.
I'd go off camera, do it, and come back.
Do you have any pathological? Is that the word? Diseases.
Depends on what you mean.
Do you have any like dangerous pathogens in your blood? Are we going to give each other anything in the field of AIDS?
No.
Sick.
I don't have that. I don't. I'm trying to remember. Like, obviously, like the only sane thing to do is get yourself like just to get your blood like tested, and I've done that for like any like STD anything, and gotten a negative, which is great. But I'm pretty sure no.
I
don't
feel
have.
normal.
I am not. I am not an authority in the field to be like, yes, I absolutely am not patient zero of some crazy thing.
COVID 20.
Yeah, I have a hard time talking in absolutes in that way, but yeah.
I was kind of saying, well, like, I do you know your blood type? Because I don't know for sure my blood type.
Nope.
I've been.
There's only like 4 of them. Maybe
I
5,
think
right?
I might be a universal donor, but I can't verify that.
Okay, there's a few blood types.
Actually,
But
I could verify that, but I haven't. It'd be pretty cool to be a
okay,
universal
I'll
donor,
start
though.
bleeding out. You
Okay.
give me. You just like get a hose.
So you start bleeding out. I'll get a bucket.
Yeah.
We like.
And then we just like pour the blood in my mouth. That's how it's done. Like, obviously, and that'll work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the digestive system is completely the same as the circulatory system.
Yeah, they're like the same thing.
They're all in the same place.
Yep.
I mean, yeah.
There are man. One thing I constantly so really fun. I say fun. It's
I mean,
arguably it's not morbid. The hilarious thing is that it's very potentially not morbid at all, because of how it works. But there is a certain death that like happened in a nuclear accident that like the forces involved were so extreme that they didn't actually die of anything. There is no discernible cause of death. They were simply alive, and then they stopped being biology and started being physics. just like you are no longer a system of organs. You are atoms that are moving at this rate, like with this much energy, and chemicals that react with these, and there's just no time in between for them to actually like die. They are dead, but they didn't die of anything. They are just physics now. And like that's so
I must become physics.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like that's definitionally not morbid. They didn't die. But and like I don't know, there's
So
for some reason
what happened?
I think I'm mixing up 2 nuclear incidents, so I don't want to say specifically which one. But
How many nuclear incidents are there?
there are more orphan sources than you think. The number of nuclear incidents is blessedly not a ton.
Yay!
It's like to my knowledge, it is like a learnable list. It is not like something you would need to like get a degree, but you would have to study it a little bit. If you like your mental health, don't research orphan sources.
Okay.
Do you know what an orphan source is?
No idea.
An orphan source is anything actively radioactive that has gone missing. An orphan source is a radioactive thing that is
It's used to create orphans.
no, but it itself is orphaned. There are very strict systems by which we have to keep track of everything radioactive.
Okay, hang on. The existence of orphan sources is much more concerning than the amount of nuclear deaths.
It's
How many radioactive materials have we just lost?
a shocking number.
Oh God.
There are like literally to the degree of there were like warheads that fell out the back of a plane over like water, and it's just like whoops. There have been
that's a bit more
times.
than a whoops.
Yeah, there have been times that like hospitals that are being shut down do not dispose of their material or radiology equipment correctly.
No.
And so things that actually have to be disposed of in a very certain way as like a cost-cutting measure are just thrown in a landfill. That never ends well, ever. Really fun fact, just for, you to know, because it'll make you happy, probably. There's a lot of evidence to suggest that a lot of things that we think of as UFOs were actually just like nuclear irradiated like things, radiation, like active radiation sources like falling to Earth. So, the fun thing you don't often think about, fission, nuclear fission has a color. There is a color to different kinds of reaction. Blue is the color of most fission reactions.
Yeah.
Pink is the color of fusion reactions. So like you can tell how nasty something is.
What's worse, pink or blue?
Pink.
This sounds like
fusion is what happens.
This sounds like the worst gender reveal party ever.
So fission is what happens on the surface of the sun. The sun is a nuclear bomb so big that it is still going on, right? It is a nuclear bomb so big that it lights up the entirety of Earth. All of the time, forever, for millions of years. Fusion is what happens at the center of the sun. It is, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it is like as extreme as the forces are on the like surface of the sun. If you go to like where the forces are even more extreme, that's fusion. There is theoretical, non-dangerous, non-radioactive fusion. That's not true. It would definitely be radioactive. But so fun nuclear engineering. If this is what you want to talk about, we can.
I think we're just going in that direction.
Okay, so the fun. I just want to say that like it occurs to me that I feel like we jumped from nowhere. The thing that got me, the like leapfrog my brain did, was that there's this really cool body fact that there's actually your lung cavity is a negative pressure system. If you exhale all the way out, there is negative pressure in your lung cavity that makes you want to breathe in.
That makes so much sense.
It's
actually
really neat.
Yeah.
And that's like what can happen with like pneumothorax, where like if your like chest is punctured and it becomes a positive pressure system, like your lungs won't inflate properly. And that's like how your lung can collapse. Like that's why your lung can collapse, basically.
Yeah.
I'm not a doctor, so it's probably not the only reason, but like that's my understanding of some of the reasons.
Right.
And that led me to, man, that's a cool thing to die of. You know, this other cool thing you can die of, and then that we got to here. So
I do have more cool things you can die of in a minute here, but let's continue.
Awesome, yeah. So the reason I brought up the color of the reactions also is because one of the orphan sources incidents that was absolutely terrible was a small village disposed of their hospital equipment, and the radioactive core of like an X-ray machine or like some medical device was found by a bunch of kids, and the material is actually pretty crumbly. So what they saw was like a blue glowing rock that crumbled into like powder. It was like glowing glitter, and they like spread it on their arms, and like they like high-fived each other, and they drew pictures with it. And it was utterly horrifying, but it was this like pretty glowing blue glitter.
Have you seen the Chernobyl series on HBO?
I have not, but I really want to. And I know it's like from the perspective of eldritch horror, and that's awesome. I love that framing.
If you
I know a lot about Chernobyl.
If you know how they depict like radiation sickness, I'm just thinking about all these glittery blue kids now.
Yeah.
Oh no.
No, going like the Lovecraft route with Chernobyl is such a cool idea, and I want to see it. Lovecraft is wild, by the way. Very racist.
Yeah, I was gonna say, have you heard what he named his cat?
Yep.
Yeah.
He's very racist.
Very racist.
But he was scared in an interesting way. He was scared in a really cool way. I remember one of his books is about AC making you immortal. Anyway,
I knew about that actually.
Yeah. So if you see anything just out in the world, like glowing a soft, like baby blue, don't just leave.
Touch it. It's
Go
not
away.
fun glitter.
Yeah. Go away. Do you know what radiation sickness like actually is? Like how it, like what it is, how you are sick of anything?
Vaguely, but my information is probably not as detailed as yours, so I'm gonna let you explain.
It's like simple stuff. Basically it's just emitting heavier light. It's not really light,
Right,
but it
yeah.
is. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's absolutely not light, but it's radiation. Radiation is a form of like. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It's
Science.
Have you? I don't know. Like what there. One of my favorite like things is you're talking to a physicist when you're like trying to get your master's. You're like actually learning like
Yeah,
really
yeah.
high level like conceptual level physics, and it's like
I got
and
a
it's
buddy who's
like
working on his PhD for physics in Chicago right now.
hell yeah,
Yeah, he went to Yale first, but
That's awesome.
yeah, and his sister went to Harvard, so like
There you go. Yeah,
Damn.
but it's really funny where it's just like you get to and it's like, yeah, well, what's the spin of the atom? And it's like, okay, why would you say that? And then they respond, you're like, atoms don't spin. Why would you think that? Atoms aren't spheres. Why would you think that? What would cause you to think that? Like, that's not what electrons are. Electrons aren't solid objects. That's silly. You're silly right now. like just everything. One of my favorite lines about anything. I'm trying to remember it exactly. Is like the thing you have to know about electromagnetism is that like atoms whirl around, and as they do, they spin. And I want you to know that those are in quotation marks because they don't. Those words don't mean anything because in the quantum, words mean nothing. There is only math, which we're not gonna do.
thank you. I'm just a film major.
Yeah, I know, and it's such a funny collection of all.
I studied the arts.
Yeah, there is no words mean nothing. There's only math that we're not gonna do.
I never want to study quantum physics.
It's interesting, but. It's so fun. You know you're in deep when you're watching. I remember I went out with one of incredible friend of mine, the fiance of my sister, who had like I can excuse things to enjoy art and not be a curmudgeon about everything, but I do have the same thoughts, and it is really gratifying to like we were watching like the new Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was furious at the end because of the black hole scene, and he was like, "You can either have special relativity or general relativity. You can't do both like this. Like you can't mix and match whenever you want. Like that's not how it works." And it was just, and I was just like, it's fun. It's fun. Like it's fun to do that. Yeah. So deeply silly reason for deeply silly things. We are too many steps removed. I don't remember what you asked.
We were talking about
Orphan sources
and just radioactive things being out in the wild.
So the way radiation sickness works is that you are hit with a very heavy particle so quickly that it actually, and it's so fast and so small and so heavy that it like literally it treats the molecular structure of your body like a Jenga tower. And so it is literally like it's literally like trying to like skeet shoot the individual molecules of your DNA. And it will like rip pieces of DNA out just like as if it were this big Jenga tower and you're just throwing baseballs at it.
Oh my god, that's insane.
Yeah, and it just takes away stuff. So the sickness is that like you are fine until your body your DNA goes to replicate and then recreate the new cells of your body, and then they all recreate wrong because so much of your DNA is missing that, like, you literally form wrong. You literally, like, your body just starts to melt. And also, these incredibly heavy objects moving incredibly fast, well, energy is a mix of how heavy you are and how fast you're going. This is both. It's just very small. So if it gets stuck, if a very, very heavy neutron, if a neutron dense particle gets stuck in your like body, it actually delivers a ton of energy. And so the radiation burns are literally these high energy particles entering your body, and then and then they get stuck and deliver that energy, and it literally heats you up. It is literally cooking you as if you were in a microwave. And since it's stuck there, it is going to do that a lot. And if enough of it happens, it can cause other atoms to start misbehaving. Like the energy can go into other atoms, which can cause them to fall apart. It can just cause the molecules in your body to just become different things.
I'm thinking about the Chernobyl series right now.
Yeah, it's horrifying. It's really bad.
It's the first episode, so I'm not gonna say this, but I mean, it's the second episode, but right after the disaster happens, the bigwigs are like, oh, it's not that big a deal. You, random worker, go to the top of the building and look down into the core. And he looks up for a second, comes back, and he's just completely sunburned. You're like, oh, that's not good.
Yeah. No, it's the elephant's foot. Yeah, it's crazy. I've done a lot of research. I say research. I have listened to a lot of people who have done a lot of research. Yeah. Very different. Just listen to people talk about Chernobyl. It's fascinating stuff. Just physics, actionable physics on that scale are crazy. Seeing things that were until recently so theoretical and force us to confront questions about the fabric of the universe. If this is true, where is this coming from? Where does this energy go? What does it do when things when you have high energy systems like that? It's just awesome.
Yeah, it's not my job to study those things.
Yeah.
I study the arts. I'm the art man.
I love art too. You can do both. Do better, Will.
Some of us are only built for specific things, and those things aren't always physics and the fabric of reality.
I don't know. It's fun. I enjoy it.
Speaking of fun ways to die, have you? I'm assuming you've heard of the demon cores then.
Oh, for sure, the nuclear cowboy.
Yeah.
I love the nuclear cowboy. What a wild dude! Showing up into work in a cowboy hat and jeans, because listen, that hazmat suit's gonna do nothing. There is no saving you. that whole thing where he as soon as the core flipped, you spun around. It's everybody stay still, grab a Sharpie and mark on the ground where you were standing, and in 2 days I will tell you exactly how many years of your life you just lost. Incredible.
And these are smart guys working with nuclear reactors. Yep. Some really stupid things happen.
Did you know that they actually melted down the demon cores into our uranium stockpile? So every single U.S. nuclear weapon has an infinitesimal amount of the demon core.
I knew they got melted down. I didn't know that's where they ended up.
Yeah, there is a little bit of demon core in every single nuclear warhead that U.S. owns.
That's kind of nice in a weird way.
It's interesting.
A little piece of the demon core will be with us always.
Yep, every single warhead has taken at least one life already. It's actually, I think it's close to 7, but whatever. Yeah, wild and terrifying. Nuclear war is so scary.
Oh yeah.
The talking to people about, oh my god. One thing I actively did research, because it was the only way I was ever going to sleep at night, was how it is that this is a fun episode. This is a, this is a really fun episode.
Somali pirates and demon cores, baby.
Yeah, is trying to learn nuclear war strategy, how it functions, works. What is the point of it? How it works? Why our nuclear capable forces are designed the way they are, and it's confronting.
I was thinking about nuclear war strategy. Is the strategy how to use the nukes or how to act before using the nukes?
Both. So both simultaneously, because it has to be, because if you are actually using nukes, it's over. Yeah.
I would think a lot of strategy is how can we decommission the other side's nukes before using our own?
Yes. So the most basic version of the nuclear war strategy is that you can break the entire shooting phase of the nuclear war into exactly two time frames: first strike and second strike. There is no third strike. Third strike, not part of the conversation.
It's just not happening.
Yeah. So first, the horrifying reality of nuclear war is that if you nuke first, we know with a great degree of certainty where a lot of nukes are. And those are very high value targets. The U.S. gives Montana a bunch of money to have a nuclear silo base. Not so that, Montana can launch nukes if we need them. We have a lot of ways to not launch nukes.
Oh, yeah.
But because it's a very large base that is a very high-value target that is going to require X nukes to destroy. So it is literally called the nuclear sponge. We give you money to build this base that the enemy must nuke so that they have less nukes to point at New York and California and all of these other places. We give you money when there isn't a nuclear war, so when there is a nuclear war, we guarantee you get shot. Basically, if you only have 6 bullets and one of them has to go here, well, then there's only 5 going other places.
Yeah. So,
it's horrifying.
Right. Okay, Montana, we're gonna play
I think it's Montana.
We're gonna play Star Trek, and you're gonna wear a red shirt.
Yeah. But the very sort of confronting reality of nuclear war is that if you nuke first, you can probably destroy, on a good day, 70 to 80% of the opponent's nukes. Like that.
Okay.
Which means that they only have 20. If, let's say, the U.S. has a stockpile of 100 nukes, there's only 20 we can fire at people.
Yeah.
And plus air defenses, that means that if you are firing first, you will inflict more damage than the person firing second. So it is better to shoot first. That's not good. That's really bad because it means that the higher tensions get, the more the higher tensions get, the more necessary it is to hit the nuke button, to hit the big red button earlier. You don't want to hit second, it's bad for you. So one of the solutions to that is what we call second strike capabilities. That's our nuclear attack submarines. That's certain air bases. We have nuclear capable missiles in other places where if the US gets nuked first, we have nukes in places people don't know about. The only job of a Seawolf class submarine is to be not found, is to be incredibly quiet and underwater for months on end, because if we get nuked first, they pop up and fire nukes from a place that they don't know, so that we are guaranteeing that there are nukes that you can't shoot before we shoot ours.
And so it's gotten a lot worse then.
Well, it also depends on the country. There are other countries that don't have first strike capabilities. It's also there's a range problem. There's a lot of countries that are in the nuclear club that don't have the ability to nuke far abroad. It is a very complex issue that is very scary. It's scary and awful. It's no fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it reminds me of a really interesting thing I heard. I feel like where are we at? We're at a little after 5.
Yep.
But
and I have people yelling at me. It's fine. I'm dealing with it.
They're fine.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't want to disrespect you, people who are yelling at Hunter. You can yell at Hunter, and I won't stop
They
you.
won't watch this. They're not. Let's be real.
It was.
Come on, I know, and you know.
Damn. It's a famous person who said this. It's a well-known philosopher or whatever job he had, but his idea was that the codes for nuclear codes that you need to fire the nukes should be kept in a little data capsule that's stored inside a person next to their heart. So if the president wants to fire nukes, they have to kill that person themselves to get the information. They have to personally have that blood in their hands before they take more lives.
That there are stranger security issues. So the ability to compromise a single person, or like if one person, because now you are monitoring a person, they do have agency,
Yeah.
which helps, but like let's say that's your job.
Well,
Let's say
well,
you're
if-
that
if
person.
no one
How
knows
much are you being paid? Where are you being stored? Like what do you eat? Who gets you your meals? Like
I would just make it like a random guy, like the garbage man or the.
Okay, but then like where is this person living? They need like
Hmm.
a Secret Service detail. They have to be near the president all of the time. Like
Yeah.
the logistics of that get complicated is my first reaction. I am not a military planner. But,
outside of logistics, like conceptually,
conceptually, I like the
Interesting.
idea. The
Execution will be
of it
very
would
difficult.
Very difficult. Yeah.
but like and also like I feel like there's a few world leaders out there who would not hesitate to stab the man to get the nuclear codes.
Yeah, so one of the things I take heart in, and this is not enough to sleep well at night, is that there are a lot of nuclear bases, and one of the things you have to realize is let's say the order is given. This is a lie I tell myself.
Okay.
I want to be very clear. This is a lie I tell myself so I can sleep at night. But if the order were given, every single person in the chain, the president gives the order, a general has to okay it, that goes to another person, that goes to a base commander, that goes to a tech holding a key.
There are a ton of people that can
Each
prevent
person
it and change
in
their
the
minds.
chain would also have to sign off on it. Like it is not, it is impossible for one person to do all of it.
Yeah.
So if
It's
there
probably
were,
exactly why it's designed that way.
yeah. So I would argue that there are other reasons, like having your nukes spread out rather than all in one place is
Yeah,
very
true.
good because it means it's harder to get nuked first. There's also like different ways to deliver nukes. There's like tactical.
Well, just in the sense that like it can't just be one person who hits the button. Like it has to go through
Yeah.
like many people. It seems like.
There are some absolutely wild designs from the Cold War. The Cold War is famous for its bonkers military designs. Like we were just making whatever, like we weren't actually fighting, so we were pointing all of our industry at just making the craziest things you could think up. And a lot of and boy howdy, like they went utterly wild. Like nukes were brand new, and it's like, well, what are we doing with these? And so they designed a couple of like the very basic theory here is that there are different levels at which a thing can be used. If I am a soldier and you are an enemy soldier, well then that's an anti-personnel engagement. If I am part of a squad working against a different squad, that's like a battle level. There's also tactical, which is so like an anti-personnel thing can decide the fate of a person. A tactical thing can decide the fate of a battle. A strategic thing can decide the fate of a country, right? So like a personnel level engagement is I shoot you. A tactical level engagement is my cavalry boxes you in.
Oh.
A strategic level engagement is I blow up the factory making your guns.
A strategic decision is I blow up.
So like there are different levels, and so what is really interesting, nuclear war is thought of on a strategic level, right? It is like we are targeting factories and cities, not soldiers and tanks. If you nuke a single tank, what are you doing? But
we are going to make our nuclear war decisions based on how well we can keep Jonathan from Minnesota alive.
Well, let's say you have one nuclear, but like we didn't nuke the front line of the of the Pacific Front. We nuked Hiroshima.
Yeah.
We nuked Hiroshima. That was my phone.
Okay.
So we nuked a city, not a given engagement, or we did like, why would you drop a nuke on the front line? You would drop a nuke on the city.
Yeah.
But there were tactical level nuclear weapons devised, and they're all ridiculous. There are still tactical nuclear weapons in service. It's just personally think they're stupid. Like there are very low yield nukes, but it's still a nuclear weapon. And one of the conceptually most hilarious things I have ever heard. You're familiar with like a mortar, right?
Yeah.
It's a very short range like pipe in a base plate.
My dad was a mortarman in the Marines.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So like you drop a thing, and it's like something a company can carry with them. It's like something a individual troop can carry.
Yeah.
There was a design for a mortar-delivered nuclear weapon. The maximum range of a mortar, let's say it's a really good mortar, is like a mile. Or like it's not more than a mile probably. It's literally like mortars are meant to deliver like small scale fires on like the scale of this room, or like the length of this building.
Yeah.
So firing a nuke from that end of the room to that end of the room is really funny to me. Because the person shooting the mortar.
Don't worry, guys. This will get them.
Yeah, but like, so on the scale of like somebody should have the nuclear codes close to their heart. Like, there you go. Like, if you shoot this, you will die. If you fire this weapon,
I will kill myself and everyone on this battlefield. I swear to God.
No, it's literally like if I shoot this weapon, it will kill me. I will definitely die.
I would love to talk to the guys in the boardroom on that one.
No, and it's like I wonder at what point they canceled development. Where it's just like, hey guys, like I wonder how far they got before somebody raised their hand and said, I don't know if I don't think this works.
I gotta be real with you guys.
Yeah.
I have some reservations.
Yeah. It's so funny. Yeah, we could make anything a nuke. We could make a mortar a nuke. That'd be great.
I want to explore we can make anything a nuke sentence.
Yeah, like it reminds me. There's a Randall Monroe, this guy who does incredible videos. I can show you one when we're done here. He does this series called What If, and one of the what if things was, what if you threw a baseball at 99% the speed of light? like what would happen? There's a lot of really fun. There's a lot of really fun what ifs, and he's like he is a cartoonist, not a scientist, but he takes these questions and puts them in front of actual nuclear engineers and like people who could actually get the answer, and it's really funny. One of the really funny ones was talking about nuclear stuff was if you got into a swimming pool, if you got like one of those nuclear disposal swimming pools where it spent fuel rods, and just swim around in the pool, like what would happen to you?
Nothing good.
Actually, so here's the thing. Water is actually an incredible insulator. Every 4 inches of water, the exact figure I don't have off the top of my head, but it's like every roughly like 4 inches of water reduces the amount of radiation you are receiving by half. So like if you could swim within like a foot of a spent nuclear fuel rod and be probably fine. Like if you were just swimming around the top level of an Olympic swimming pool with just the entire bottom of it was covered in nuclear waste, you'd be fine.
That
like,
actually makes so much sense.
Yeah, that's why we put it in water.
If light is a form of radiation,
no.
Or
again,
radiation in the form of
once
light,
again, words mean nothing. It's only math.
Similar math between the light and the radiation.
But no.
The light doesn't travel so easily through water. And the same principle applies to the radiation. And for my simple...
It's more that water is actually a pretty heavy and very dense lattice, like it's a liquid, but it's a very dense liquid that takes a lot of energy to move. It being like nearly incompressible means that like you're firing these very heavy, relatively large elements at incredible speeds. They don't work as well. I am not a nuclear engineer. This is my
Why,
You could be more right than I am.
why can't the radiation just be light like I was taught?
Yeah. So there are different kinds of radiation. One of the a very famous a very famous nuclear engineering problem, like nuclear engineering 101 quiz,
Yeah.
is worded as there are 3 cookies in front of you. Each cookie is radioactive, but emitting a different kind of radiation. One is emitting alpha radiation, the middle one beta radiation, and the last one gamma radiation. One of the cookies you have to hold in your hand, one of the cookies you have to put in your pocket, and the third cookie you have to eat.
Yeah.
Which one do you want where to be the safest?
So if you eat the gamma one, do you become the Hulk?
Hilariously, eating the gamma one is the correct answer.
Oh, it is? I thought that was the most dangerous one.
It is, which is why it doesn't matter if it's on a table or in your stomach. The damage is already done. The legitimate answer, the legitimate answer for a gamma radiation cookie is by the time you are looking at it, you're already fucked. So it is no more dangerous in your stomach than it is on a table.
Does gamma at least taste good, do you think?
That's a great what-if question. We should ask Randall Monroe.
At that point, the question is, does the gamma taste good?
You know what? I'm gonna see if I can submit a question to Randall Monroe. Which type of radiation is the tastiest?
Like, if you're faced with the radioactive cookie question, you're dead anyway because of the gamma. At that
it's
point,
possible to live. It's just not looking good.
I mean, at that point, eat the tasty one. Hey, maybe eat all of them. Why not? Science.
That's a fun. So and just for your information, the fun fact about the way we rank alpha, beta, gamma radiation is that they are actually built on a scale of energy and penetration.
Oh.
Gamma radiation has arguably the least energy, but it is the most penetrative. It will go through walls. It'll go through basically everything other than concrete, water, and lead.
Okay.
And obviously, there are other materials, like wood is a bizarrely good insulator. I think nope, that's a different thing I'm thinking of.
Oh.
That's absolutely a different thing I'm thinking of.
The tree's letting down again.
Yep. So there's gamma incredibly penetrative but less energetic than the others on the list. Beta penetrates a lot of stuff, doesn't penetrate. It's more easier to protect against than gamma, but but it's also more energetic than gamma. And alpha is unbelievably energetic, but it penetrates basically nothing. The actual answer is that if you had a alpha radioactive cookie in your pocket, the lining of your pocket would protect you from the radiation. It's that. A white T-shirt would bounce the radiation off.
But
of
you
it.
don't want to hold it because it's so energetic it would burn you, right?
Yeah, it would damage your skin. And a beta radiation cookie, if you were to just hold it away from you, then you would be relatively safe.
And then the gamma.
Yeah, your hand would be screwed, but you would live.
Yeah.
And the gamma radiation cookie, it doesn't matter where it is on your person. It's doing its job.
So at that point, because those are so energetic, you don't want to eat them. So they are the alpha and the beta are the least tasty cookies. The gamma is the tastiest one.
There's an argument to be made that if it damaged if the radiation damaged your taste buds and nerves in such a way that you could experience taste in a more interesting way. I don't know. I'm not a nuclear engineer.
I'm gonna place my bets on the gamma cookie. Okay. I think we've established the important question, and that's gamma is tasty.
You heard it here first. I'm willing to bet this is the first place you've heard it. I'm actually somewhat confident that could be true.
If anyone out there would like to go out and eat some gamma cookies for us.
Don't. This show is not saying do that.
But if you do, let us know how it tastes.
Sure.
Look, we're not telling you to do it.
I would rather ask Randall Monroe. That's what I'm gonna do. I think.
But if someone does it anyway, don't play with glowing blue rocks.
We've been MaybeFriends. Yeah, don't play with blue rocks. There you go. We are not nuclear engineers. Our advice: probably not as good as
Nothing-
people with a lot more experience.
Nothing we say comes with scientific backing or
we're not
any
lawyers,
knowledge.
doctors, or nuclear engineers.
That being said, eat the gamma cookie and tell us what you think.
Don't.
It's probably the tastiest.
Don't
of the
do,
three
I don't want
options.
that on my conscience. Remember that whole thing I said about not leaving people
If
worse than I
someone
found them?
forces you into the radioactive cookie situation, we recommend, based on our theories that are not backed up by science, you are going to enjoy the flavor the most from the gamma cookie because it won't burn your soul.
I don't necessarily. Your soul.
Yes, that's what I said. That's what we're going with.
Sure. Yeah, whatever Will says. I don't know, Will, are we friends yet?
I'm having fun. I'm having a good time.
This must be a fun episode to watch.
We got Somali pirates, we got gamma radiation, we got nuclear deaths, and we have friendship traumas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, that was fun. Woo.
Actually, I have to go hit the thing, and I'm gonna start on these lollipops.
I'm gonna push my chair back into frame and you won't see me. There we go.